Have you seen those quick, short history videos that are like 1 to 2 minutes? They go super viral here on YouTube and over on TikTok, and they're overall fun and really good if you wanted to add some more of a teaching component. I'm going to say, not always got to be history, but some type of a teaching component to your content. So, let me show you one of the tools that everyone is using right now to make these and a custom GPT that I built for you guys that is going to make it super simple to use. So let's head over to my computer. So we are in Chat GPT. First, go down to the description and you are going to see the link to the Build It Faceless History Voice Studio, right? This particular custom GPT is created in order to help you make the scripts, the video, and the caption for these type of history videos. And it can be really any topic. And most of the topics it's looking for are events in history or people in history that are widely known or available online. But there is an option to give it information if, let's say, you want to do your own story or do the story of a customer or some other thing that you want to use this for. It's going to work and help you with all of those things. So first, let's choose a topic. I've already done this video, so I'm going to just recreate and show you guys what we did. So we're going to do the American beach in Florida. All right, now first thing it's going to do is give you a little bit of information about the GPT itself, and it is going to ask you 3 specific questions. So these questions are really important because this is going to help to refine whatever you're looking for. So first it's going to ask you, do you want anything specific, any quotes or people that you want to focus on, especially something like American Beach is pretty broad. So we specifically, number one, I'm going to say focus on Black history and it being historical Black beach. All right. So that's the first one. Second, I'm going to say what keywords. So this is for my page. It's the Kwanzaa page. So I'm going to say you use like Kwanzaa, Black history. Oh, Kwanzaa, right? That's important. Black history. Oh, let me spell Black history right. Right. Minus the typing issues. So Black history, Kwanzaa, and I'm going to say Florida beaches. That's probably a good keyword. So I would have already gotten the keywords. If you don't have any keywords, don't worry. You just say no, choose for me, and it's going to actually give you some really good suggestions. And then the final question down here, also I could say choose for me, is what type of hook style would I prefer? So I want the shock and reveal, and we're just going to give it those answers and just give it a few minutes and it's going to do 3 things as I mentioned. So first thing, this is the actual voiceover, right? So they called it the shock and reveal, they called it the Negro playground, but know that a few American beaches in Florida was more than sand and salt water. And so it goes into the whole thing. It goes into who founded it. It goes into a little bit about this woman who has taken on preserving the beach and keeping the history of the beach alive, right? So pretty good voiceover here. And then it also gave me my video generation prompt. So of course it wants me to use Sora because it's OpenAI product, but I can use any video generation for this and just taking this prompt right here and putting it into the actual tool, which we're going to do in a minute. And then it gave me my caption. So this is the SEO friendly caption because it's pulled from what I said I wanted to use, and then look for other keywords and hashtags that are going to be applicable. Only 5 hashtags can go into TikTok right now. So keep that in mind when you're choosing these hashtags. So now that we got that part done, let's head on over to Hypernatural. And so Hypernatural is one of the tools that a lot of people are using. I'm going to do a video for each tool separately. The Hypernatural is really one of my faves right now, and I'll talk about that as we go through this. And so first, let me head on over here to ChatGPT. All I'm going to do is take my actual voiceover that it gave me. Oh, start from the actual voiceover. And I'm even going to leave that little voiceover part there because it knows that's how it'll know that I want the voiceover. And it gives you the voiceover without timestamps or narrator notes or anything like that because it's made to be put right into your voiceover software. So whether you're using this one that does, which one of the reasons why I like it, it does the voice and the video together. You can put them both together like I'm doing right now. Or if you're using something like an 11 Labs where you're going to do the voice and then later on you're going to do the video, you can separate them. So this is made to be tool agnostic. You can use it anywhere, but it keeps in mind that you don't want all of that stuff. So I'm going to say that, and then I'm going to go back over here and grab my video generation prompt. And I'm just going to put all the scene here. And again, I kept that little title because I do want to make sure that it knows the difference between which part is the voiceover and which part is video. I am going to, since we're not using Sora, I am going to take this out, right? So they don't care about that part. And just kind of read through. One of the things I can say I don't like about this is that often I have to remind it that it needs like an African American family or African American female. And that's only because these particular videos are very much set based on a person or the people who they are. So I don't just want generic people videos. And so I'm just going to sprinkle in African American anywhere I can that makes sense. So just some minor tweaks. I can choose the style that I want. I do all of mine's photographic, but you can choose from a few different styles that they have here. You can create your own style if you want a slightly different style. I can choose the length. I never choose the length because I already gave it the voiceover script. So I wanted to use that length, but if I wanted to make it a specific length or a somewhat length, I could. And I can choose the actual aspect ratio. So of course, this TikTok, so we're going to use 9:16 for that. Now it's going to process that script that I just gave it. Now I can go in and choose a voice. So it has a lot of the good voices, nice voices you might like from 11 Labs. The voiceovers are similar to 11 Labs. So if you watch my Pictory video, you know that they've got some more generic voiceovers. This one is really, really good. I'm not even gonna lie. And so I really like Shimmer for my purposes, but you can have that. You can also create a voice if you wanted to create a voice. And then it's just re-asking me these questions again. If it finds that there are people in the video, it's going to give you characters for them. So here, because it's Abraham Lincoln Lewis, but they don't realize the Lewis part. So they're kind of giving me who their normal cast is for Abraham Lincoln. I'm just going to say no cast. That way it won't pick a set character to show the person. And I'm going to show you guys how I work around that in a moment. And then same thing here for the beach lady. I actually know what she looks like, and that's not it. So I'm going to say no for that as well. But it'll try. It gives it a good try. And then you're going to make the video. Another good thing I love about this tool is that all the videos are 20 credits. So initially, they are 20 credits if you want to now go in and regenerate the voice or changing the pictures or things like that. Those will be extra credits. But every video, I've done up to 3-minute videos in this tool, and every video has been only 20 credits, which is really nice because it doesn't matter how long your video is. So we're going to make the video. Give it a quick minute to do all that. I should probably hit the button while I was talking. I do that all the time, but I'm going to come back when this is done, and then we will talk more about Hypernatural. All right, great. So our video finished, and this is what we got. So I can take a look at the full video here.
They called it the Negro Ocean Playground. But few know that American Beach, Florida, was more than sand and salt water. It was resistance, wrapped in sunlight. In the 1930s and 40s, when black families were barred from most beaches, a visionary named Abraham Lincoln Lewis, Florida's first black millionaire, bought 206.
So there, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you guys can see. And then you can also see, as I mentioned, that I swear they struggle. They struggle with getting just a certain type of people, but there's a way around it. There's two ways around that, exactly. So first, if you've got a video that's like this one, and you're like, I just really need you to do something different with this, you can do what they call swap, which is where you can either swap with one that's already been created, or you can generate a new one. And so this is one of those ones where I'll just go in and say, African American families, right? And usually, and it's only one credit for this. And yes, I have sent them that I have to regenerate pictures, and I don't really like doing that all the time, but it works. As you can see, now we've got a much better picture here. I can even animate with audio. Okay, so let's see how this looks. I just said laughing and fixing their plates. Now you'll see that this animation costs 15 credits. I normally do not use the animation, but doing a good video, I want to make sure I show you guys. Because one, it doesn't add a lot to the video. You'll see kind of in the end. And two, it's 15 credits. Who wants to spend all those credits on just animating when it's not really the most important part of the video? So let's see what this animation looks like.
Taste freedom, not in speeches, but in the simple act of touching the sea.
So you guys saw kind of how subtle that was.
Taste freedom, not in speeches, but in the simple act.
So that subtle was not worth 15 credits, but it's okay. We're doing this as an example, but that's why I normally don't. But if you want to, you can regenerate. You could also use some VO3 videos. They are using VO3, so they've got some, more specific ones there. They generate a whole bunch of videos for you, but you can generate your own. What I usually do, which is the other way I work around this, especially since my videos are historically based videos, it makes sense that before I even come into this tool, I will have already gone out to Google and gotten a number of images that fit whatever it is. So we're talking about the American beach. So I've got a bunch of pictures here. I uploaded them into the tool. So if you just hit upload, it'll let you upload all your photos. And then from here, if you click on the slide you're on and a picture you want to replace it with, you can say replace current. And now I can switch out some more historic videos. So I'm going to actually switch over to one that I've already done so you guys can see without it taking, a full 20 minutes. But it's a pretty quick process and you just do as many as you'd like. So this is the one I did a little bit earlier today. It's actually the one we published for American Beach. And mind you, I'm still gonna publish that other one in 2 weeks. So it'll be up there as well. But this one, very similar things because it's all about the same topic. And as you can see, I went through here using those videos that I showed you. I went through here and I just already swapped out like this picture of them actually unveiling the beach, this picture of the real Abraham Lincoln Lewis, a few pictures of actual from that time on the beach. But I just literally went through some of their pictures I kept, some of the pictures like this one I regenerated, and a lot of the pictures are just the pictures that we found from the different historical context of the beach. And there are a couple other things you can do. You can come in here and change the design. So like this is right in the middle. I tend to keep it in the middle because of the way TikTok has something at the top and the bottom, but you may not want it there. So you can do that. You can play with the pan and zoom on different things. You can move things around. One thing I don't like is when you add your pictures, you don't have a lot of options with them. So sometimes I might want this to pan left to right so we can get a better picture of her or something like that. So I like to play with that piece. Captions, if you wanted to change those. Transitions, if you want to change transitions. I don't normally play with too many of those. I let the thing do what it's going to do. You can either upload your own audio. So if you use something like 11 Labs and got a voice just the way you want it, or if you're doing your own voiceover, you can upload your voice, or you can use their tools to make the voice more specific. You can edit the script. When you edit the script, when they go to save it, and I'll just do an example here so you guys can see if I just even change this. When you go to save it, it's going to ask you and tell you that you need to regenerate the voice. If you want to change the script, you want to regenerate the voice, it is going to charge you just 2 credits, sometimes 6, depends, I guess, on how much it has to do, but it's going to recharge you for those credits. And so I'm just going to hit cancel now since we're done with this. And then when you're done with everything, you just hit export. I usually export as 720p. They are both the same size, same price, so it doesn't matter. You would hit export, and then once you export it, and I'm not going to export it now, but once you export it, it's going to give you a download link that's available for 30 days. And of course, you can always regenerate and re-export it. That is Supernatural. That's as quick as you can make a video within 10 to 15 minutes between using our custom GPT. Link is down below. And using Hypernatural, I actually have a link with the code for that one down below as well. You guys can make those cutesy little history videos for whatever your topic, whether you're teaching something, these are good, whether it's a history video, explainer video, you can do so many with this video strategy. So come back for more because I'm going to be testing out more video tools, but this is the one I love the most right now. So talk to you guys soon. And as always, don't forget to get out there, get found, and get visible.